From Apt, and in this video I'm going to give you a closer look at the new A80K series OLED TV from Sony. This is the replacement for the A80J series and gets a couple feature updates that make it a very worthwhile addition to almost any home theater system. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to click the links in the description after the video to check out all of our latest pricing or to speak with one of our experts here at the store. For the design, Sony didn't move too far away from the A80J here. In fact, the TVs without their stands are exactly the same dimensions, but the A80K is a tiny bit heavier, which gives it just a slightly more substantial feel when you're moving it around. The pedestal gets a design update that actually makes installing it a little easier than last year though. It still has 3 different configurations, but now if you're choosing from either of the wide or narrow low profile positions, you do not need to do anything except for flip the feet to their opposite sides, whereas on the 80J you needed to unscrew a metal piece from the top and change its position. The only time you'd need to do that on the 80K is if you're setting up the pedestal in the soundbar position. It's a small detail, but it can make the setup quite a bit easier. Moving on, we've got the connections, and again, there isn't a whole lot of difference here. The A80K gets an optical audio output, a mini plug analog input that doubles as an S-center speaker input, Ethernet RS-232C, an IR input, an antenna input with an ATSC 3.0 tuner for over-the-air 4K broadcasts, 2 USBs, which is actually 1 less than the A80J series, and 4 HDMIs. Numbers 1 and 2 can do 4K up to 60 Hz, while numbers 3 and 4 are going to be compatible with variable refresh rates and 4K at 120 Hz. Number 3 is also where you're going to find your enhanced audio return channel to send sound out to a compatible soundbar or a receiver. And on the topic of sound, that's one of the areas where the A80K got a pretty significant improvement. It gets an additional actuator for a total of 3, and it has 2 subwoofers along with a bump in power from a total of 30 watts up to 50 watts. It uses Sony's Acoustic Surface Audio Plus technology, and it actually sounds really good. There's bass, you can hear voices clearly, and it's just an overall pleasant experience. It's not the most powerful system in a TV, but it implements the technology so well that it feels much more powerful than it actually is. This is one of those rare TVs that you don't necessarily need to add a soundbar to, although you'll likely want to once you see the picture. But before we get to the picture, let's talk a little bit about the operating system and smart features. This one, like all the other Sony TVs we've looked at in 2022, runs on Google TV, which is easy to use, and it offers access to a ton of apps through the Google Play Store. It's compatible with Google Assistant for hands-free voice control, Chromecast and Apple AirPlay 2, and HomeKit. It's also compatible with the new Sony Bravia Cam, which is an accessory that can be purchased separately to use for video calls and Ambient Optimization Pro once Sony updates their firmware. To navigate through all those smart features, Sony also provides their updated remote that's smaller than last year's and has a more simplified button layout for easier use. And that brings us to the most impressive feature of the A80K, the picture. Sony never disappoints with their OLEDs, and this one is no different. If you like the A80J, you'll like this one even more. It didn't get a major overhaul, so it's not going to be a night and day difference, but it does get their new XR OLED Contrast Pro technology to improve the picture's contrast. Unless you have them side by side, you likely won't notice much of a difference, but it does help when you're watching HDR10, HLG, or Dolby Vision content. There are also several picture presets you can choose from, like IMAX Enhanced, Netflix Calibrated, and Dolby Vision Bright and Dark, as well as individual adjustments that can be made to the different picture settings. As far as the overall picture quality goes, this one's fantastic. Because it's an OLED, the black levels are as deep as you can get, and the colors are really vivid and rich. Motion looks natural too, and because you're not dealing with LED backlights, there's no light blooming around bright objects. The A80K is a great all-around option for your home theater. Whether you're watching movies, shows, sports, or gaming, you're getting a TV here that can handle all of it. The viewing angles are wide, so you get a great picture no matter where you're sitting. You get those 2 HDMI 2.1 inputs for any next-gen gaming systems. The improved contrast makes your HDR content look even better than it did on the A80J, and the upgraded audio makes the experience even more impressive. That being said, if you already own the A80J, there's probably not enough here to justify upgrading, but if you're looking for a new TV and you have the budget for it, this is one you'll definitely want to check out more closely. If you have any questions on the A80K or you need help finding a new TV for your home theater, be sure to contact our experts here at Apt. We are always happy to answer any questions you may have. If you don't live close enough to stop in, we can be reached 7 days a week by phone, email, or online chat. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.